Good morning. I'm Curtis Aikens. Today is King Day. On April 4th, 1936, one of the brightest lights in my life began to shine. Late in that evening, Laura Bell Curtis Aikens, my mama, she was my earthly North Star. On April 4th, 1968, early in that evening, someone tried to distinguish one of my mothers and one of the shining lights for people all across the country and around the world. At 6:01 p.m. Central Time, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was murdered. Today we celebrate the 40th anniversary of King Day. A few days ago, I was talking to a couple of people that were born in the 80s, and they shared with me that they can't remember when there wasn't a King Day because there's always been a King Day for them. I grew up in that segregated South. I grew up, and my brothers and sisters, older brothers and sisters, could tell you the stories. I vaguely remember the colored drinking fountains. I do remember going to the movie theater and having to sit up in the top. Dr. King, his light will never be extinguished. The day he was killed, that evening, on the radio stations, I get pretty emotional about this because April 4th was my mother's birthday. And there was like this collective hush all across the town when Dr. King, the word got out about his murder. And I want you to think about this day of service. What can you do to keep that light that is Dr. King's life, legacy, his work, his family's work, shining bright, not only in Novato and Marin, across the country and around the world? It's about service. It's about being of service. That's what Dr. King was. He was a true servant leader. Dr. King believed education was the key. So with education, become a critical thinker, and you can understand the difference between racism and sexism and all those isms that tear people up. Dr. King believed love was the way to overcome. Dr. King was a minister, and he stepped out on faith. We can't be afraid to put our faith out front. We can't be afraid to lead with our hearts. We can't be afraid to show love and compassion for those that don't look like us, whether they be black, white, brown. People are people. We all bleed red. We all love our mothers and our brothers and our sisters. Even if they've done us bad, we love them. Love, as Dr. King says, is the only thing that can turn an enemy into a friend. If I hurt you, I apologize. I want to love us through that. If you hurt me, I promise I'll give you another chance. If you get a chance to visit the South, I definitely recommend you going to the King Center. Most times when I go home, especially when I'm by myself, I always make a pilgrimage to the King Center. Then I go visit the birthplace of Dr. King. As I said earlier, I was raised 20 miles east of his home. Visit Ebenezer Baptist Church. Sit down in those pews. Just feel that presence, that glory that is in that room. Venture down to Sweet Auburn, which was the center of the Black economic system and society in Atlanta back in the day. Then, if time permits, go to the National Civil and Human Rights Museum. There's a lot of Dr. King's papers and archives in that center. Time permitting, visit Montgomery in Alabama, visit Selma, go to Memphis to the Lorraine Motel, which is the National Civil Rights Museum. That's where I got this shirt. Get to know the legacy that is Dr. King. Get to understand the work he, his wife Coretta, and all those incredible people that were that he surrounded himself with. If you want to be great of service, surround yourself with people that will push you out of your comfort zone. That's what I try to do. I want to be a great service in my society, in my neighborhood, in my community, and around the world. That night that Dr. King died, as I said, on the radio stations, and you all know back in the day we spoke with code. The idea is, this is before daytime running lights were on. Although it was 7 o'clock back east, the idea was you turn your headlights on so that the world can see the beacon, see the light that Dr. King was, is, always will be. We have to shine that light, keep that light going. So what we have to do is we have to let that light of our heart come up through, out of our mouths, in our eyes, in our hands with work. We have to be strong to keep that legacy that is Dr. King. I wanted to share something with you, and I hope I get this right. Robert F. Kennedy, the night Dr. King was killed. And if you haven't seen the video, you can go back. It's on YouTube. I have some very sad news for you. I have some very, very, very sad news for all of you. That Dr. Martin Luther King was shot and killed tonight. Martin Luther King dedicated his life to love and justice between fellow human beings. He died in that cause. He died in the cause of that effort. In this difficult day, in this difficult time for the United States, it's perhaps well to ask what kind of nation we are and what direction we want to move in. I hope the leaders go back and read this, including his son. Today is about service, not for self, but for others. The 45th anniversary of the holiday that is Dr. King's Day. Stevie Wonder, along with Dr. King's wife, Coretta Scott King, and a host of other celebrities, musicians, entertainers, worked hard to get this day into a holiday. Thank you, Mr. Wonder. Happy birthday, Dr. King. Happy celebration, people. Remember that light that is Dr. King. Let's keep it shining bright. Let's serve. Peace. Spread love.